Question number 10, the Honourable Michael Woodhouse.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to...
Well, my granddaughter calls me Mr. Talker, so...
to the Minister of Health. Did he receive any advice about the $200 million in reprioritised medicine in Budget 2018 being redirected to nurse salary increases rather than the purchase of new medicines? If so, what was the nature of that advice?
Mr. Speaker,
Dr. David Clark.
whakalofa lahi atu. Up until this year, Pharmac managed the DHB's community drug buying budget while DHBs held their own budget for buying hospital medicines. Earlier this year, Pharmac took over responsibility from DHBs for buying all of their medicines, which Treasury forecasts will save close to $200 million over 4 years through Pharmac's purchasing power. That change was made earlier this year, creating one-off savings for DHBs in the 2017-18 financial year. Given the inadequacy of the health budget put forward in 2017 by the previous government, I made it clear to DHBs that any savings in the 2017-18 year could be used to offset the cost of wage settlements. Following the members' questions yesterday, officials have searched and have been unable to find any record of advice about using the forecast future savings for nurses' salaries.
Why did he not take the opportunity to invest the $200 million of reprioritised funds into new medicines?
Mr. Speaker, there are always competing demands in the health sector. The budget for Pharmac has not been cut as a result of these savings. What is actually happening is more medicines are being bought for more New Zealanders with the same amount of money. Additional money in the health budget is something I am always seeking as Health Minister, and there are a range of competing priorities.
How many new medicines were actually funded in Budget 2018?
Mr. Speaker, as the member knows, the decisions around which new medicines are purchased and when are the responsibility of Pharmac.
Order, Mr. Speaker.
A point of order, the Honourable Michael Woodhouse.
The question wasn't addressed. I didn't ask who was responsible for purchasing. I asked how many new medicines were funded.
And I think both members understand the way the system works. The Honourable Michael Woodhouse.
Speaking to that point, Mr.
No,
Speaker.
no.
A level of understanding doesn't address
the member's not speaking to the point. The member will resume a seat. He can take another supplementary if he wants to.
Does he think it's acceptable that New Zealand women are selling their houses or setting up Give a Little pages to pay for cancer medicines that are routinely funded in comparable countries?
Mr. Speaker, the medicines raised in the House yesterday are currently under examination for funding by Pharmac. It is true that there are some countries that have some medicines New Zealand does not have, but I don't think the member has changed his position and now wants to undermine the Pharmac model. If he has, he would need to explain to New Zealanders how we should make do with fewer drugs, because we wouldn't be able to afford the drugs that we have. And on top of that, I would also note that government opposite, when they were in government, the party opposite had the opportunity to fund the health budget better. Instead, they cut money out of the budget, and New Zealanders have a lot of catching up to do. It will take several budgets to make sure the health system is funded as well as we would like to see it funded.
Question number 11, Maria Lubeck.
Whakalofa atu, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister